over there, and who was the opening band over there for you?
Okay, the Rolling Stones, I got a chance to meet those guys. And before we went on, I got a chance to fool with them backstage. And then they let me go through stuff with them. So then they called me on the stage with them.
So you got to play with the Stones before they really got famous, huh?
Right.
Wow. The Rolling Stones is the opening band.
Yeah, tell me about it.
That's cool.
Yeah,
it's super cool.
My uncle tried to pick up on some stuff. And he flew right in there. Talked to Freddie King. So Freddie King, started showing me the licks. But you didn't have to show me much, just enough to feel it. And I took it from there. Next time Freddie, maybe 2 or 3 months later, Freddie came in the club and I was up in there. He wasn't who playing guitar, but they're playing his song. He come there and stood up in front of me, looked at me, and just shook his head and just knocked him out. He said, "Why you learn fast?"
That's the only way to go.
So from there, I started feeling kind of big, and I wanted to play, a lot on stage. So I hooked up with groups because I used to love group songs. So that was the Child Lights around Chicago, and then I ended up with some old friends performing a group called the Radius. We started singing and stuff, and all of us were musicians.
Are you talking about Maurice McAllister?
Oh,
okay.
The Radius, and they were on Chess, weren't they?
Yeah, they were
one of those labels,
Yeah.
And then at some point in time when you were up in that area, you played with pre-famed Jackson 5 too, correct?
Yeah. Well, I got with the Jackson. Well, like where my uncle lived, I almost walk. Well, I had to just walk over there then. Where the Jackson was.
I think we all know what that's all about.
Yes.
So I used to practice with them and play with them all the time, because Joe, he would always come across and have me come on over the house. And I'd go over there and we'd be in the garage. And Mike was like 6 years old, bad little kid, but could really sing. But Joe had to be around him most of the time when we practiced, because he would dance over there and put his hands on your guitar while you're playing. So Joe could almost keep him going with Jackie. He was older, but Jackie couldn't control.
At some point in time around, you went to Detroit too, right? You were in Cleveland?
Yeah, after I moved to Detroit. My dad was living in Detroit, so I moved over there and got it with Motown. It was my sister on Motown. So I hung around there until I got a break. They started sticking me in there. So Marvin Gaye, he knew me from Chicago. So Marvin had to go through the stuff with me. I said, yeah, well, let him play on this, let me play on it. So I started playing on a whole lot of stuff. And I got with the Temps, and I went on a tour with them.
Oh, with the Temptations?
The Temptations, yeah, with David Ruff and them. Yep.
Now, is that at the same point in time in Detroit that you met and got to play with Jimi Hendrix then?
That's right. That's right. I ended up with doing some stuff with Jimmy. Well, we was in Cleveland, Ohio, when we met up. But Jimmy was playing, with Ron and them, the Isley Brothers. So, we met up there, after the show in the restaurant. We was up in there talking, and so he said, "Let's go out to the car." We went outside, got fooling with the guitars, and then we started hanging out together. But Jim was a little heavy for me,
Right.
Lifestyle.
And a couple of years later, then you hooked up with Tyrone Davis, but you had known Tyrone in Mississippi, correct?
All my life, yeah.
And how many years were you with Tyrone?
I practiced 16, 17 years off and on.
And I'm holding the CD, and a little later on we're going to play a cut that Mickey was on. This is entitled Ultimate Tyrone Davis, and you were the guitar player on Can I Change My Mind?
Yeah.
And I think if you don't mind, I'm going to have you play that for my audience today when we go out into the studio.
Right.
Who else did you play with? I know you played with other people like Lee Shot, but who else?
Lee Shot.
Yeah, quite a few people. I mean, my brain is not quite large enough to catch up with what passed.
Right.
But somehow it's written down. I can run up on it.
Yeah, you were with Bobby Rush for a long time too.
Yeah, I was with Bobby for 16 years. So.
You came back to Mississippi with Bobby Rush, didn't you?
Right. That's who I ended up back to Mississippi. Back to we came back to Malaco. Bobby got a break to come to Malaco. So Bobby said, man, let's move to Mississippi. I said, hey, that's home for me, you know. So
Ain't nothing but a word.
Yeah, that's right.
And then you've been in the Greenville area ever since.
Yeah, well, I was in Jacksonville with Bobby raised.
Oh, okay.
And I moved back up to Greenville area because I have a lot of relatives around in that area.
All right.
And then I moved up that way and been working out of there mostly ever since. I worked with a guy named Willie Foster. I'm sure you've been heard of it. I did a couple of CDs with him.
Yeah, he was a harmonica player,
Harmonica
correct?
player, yeah.
Actually, and I think his roots go back into Chicago in the 50s. He cut a
Right,
record called Little
yeah.
Globe or the Cobra label.
Yeah.
Wow.
He did stuff with Muddy Water. And stuff, yeah. Willie Foster, he was a great guy.
Yeah, he was.
In fact, I was with him when he checked out on like 2000. We was over in we was in Belgium for 2 weeks, where we worked in Belgium, you know, Amsterdam and all of Holland.
All right, so you went all over with him. All right, let me remind my listeners, with me in the studio here at WEFT, and not sunshine, but cloudy, almost raining in downtown Champaign, Illinois.
Yes.
I have Mickey Rogers from Greenville, Mississippi. I have Bill Howl-N-Madd Perry from Abbeville, Mississippi. Sometime right after noon, both these guys are going to play. They're going to be here till about 2 o'clock.